Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, Karthik. Just a minute. Actually, I got a power problem. Miss power is gone. That's why. So now it is okay. Okay. So it is okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
fine. What I was discussing, this one. So in that Miss G in the leftmost bit, last bit. Okay. If you have the 0, it indicates all the bits on the 7 bit. That is the positive number. Okay. And for 1, that is what means it represents that is the negative number. But one confusing point here. In this case, for the 0 means you are using all 8 bits data, 8 bits for data. Okay. So what is the range here? So range is what? This is very important and what a very basic things. So what is the range in this case, Karthik? Same 0 to what 255. Sorry. 0 to 255. Got this point? But situation is different in this case. If you have the 1 in the last bit, then what you have the only 7 bit. So what is this one? Only 7 bit we have. 7 bit we have. Okay, so what is the range?
120.
What is the range? So you can calculate like this. What starting? Yes, you tell me first. You tell me.
127.
Yes, right. Means it's like what 120, 127. Take the negative number also, Karthik. Means what? Minus 127 to which one? To what? Not a 20 actually. Plus 128. Remember these points. Okay, actually 122, not 128. What all one? Actually 120. Put 127 here, and here you can put what 120 like this. Okay. So see here in both case, Karthik. In both case, what is the size? What is the size in both case?
In both cases.
In both case, what is the size? Size is what? Size is what? 8 bit. Yes, 8 bit. But nature is changed. Agree or not? Nature is changed. Understand? Yeah. So remember these concepts. So it will be helping you to understand each and every data type in the future. Understand? So means I don't want to spend more time here. So same concept is applied. Is applied for what 32 bit, what 64 bit, etc. Understand? So means once again means see here, if you use what unsigned in data type, in base data type, then what is the meaning of this one? If you use the unsigned keyword in the basic data type, then what happens? Now you tell me. Means a compiler understands, it means you are not going to store the negative number. Yeah. Understand? Yeah. Compiler knows what? Knows means you are not going to store the negative number. So it utilizes all the 8 bits, Understand? But in case of what? Unsigned, already you know what is the concept. In case of just a minute. In case of signed, what happens? In case of signed,
Then
In
it's
case of sign, what
zero.
happens? Miss, according to the 7 bit, so miss, it has only 7 bit to store the data. Understand? So remember, this is the difference. So I hope this concept is clear. Okay.
Yes.
So okay. So now I'm starting that one where means I have the PPT. So coming on these points, Karthik. So this is the concept. Means what is your requirement? If once again, if your requirement is what only positive number, so then you must use the unsigned. But if your requirement is both negative as well as positive, then you should use the sign. But second point, what is the default one, Karthik? If you are not using any keyword, either signed or unsigned, then what is taken by default? What is chosen by the default?
Fine.
Signed. Yes, remember, signed is chosen if you don't mention anything. Okay. Now again, same thing. Means we have the short, we have the long. Okay. So see here, means if you use the short before int, means it reduces the size of the int. Understand? But if you use the long, what happens? It takes the maximum, that is 4 bits. So sometimes I may need to reduce the size of the integer data type. So what I will do, I will simply use such a modifier sort before that. Okay. Okay, remember? So you have the idea about such modifier. So next one, now see here, look at this one, but you may be confused. So means it is better to, or okay, no problem. Try to get this one. Miss, at least 50% you can understand it, the Karthik. Just miss what is the concept behind discussing such a digital concept to you, so that you can understand this concept. Once again, for the char, what is the size of the char data type, Karthik? 1 byte. So in this case, what should be the typical range? Either here two things are mentioned, minus 127 to 127 or 0 to 255. So I hope you don't have any confusion here. Why here the two sets, this one and this one? Very simple concept. If you have the signed concept, then first set. And if you have the unsigned concept, then 0 to 255. But remember, a size is not changed. Size is always the 1 byte. It is clear, not Karthik?
Yes.
Yes. Now look at the second one, unsigned char. Now you use the modifier unsigned char. So what is the concept? Why you use unsigned? What is your requirement? Already you know the concept. Means you don't want to take the negative. Means you can utilize all 8-bit data, all 8-bit boxes for the data. So that's why means you have total 8 bits. So what in this case, Karthik, what should be the range? Obviously 0 to 255, not minus to 127. This one. It is clear, Karthik, or not?
Yes. Clear.
Yes. Same concept. Now you tell me for the signed char. So in this case, what happens? What is the concept? In this case, the last bit is reserved for storing the sign. So you have only 7 bit for storing the data. Okay, that's why means the size is the same 1 byte, but nature is changed, means range is changed, minus 127 to 127. It is clear? Okay. So if you understand the same as such concept in case of the 1 byte, so you can understand same concept in case of the 4 byte. That is here int 4 bytes. So you can calculate. So this is the task. Means I'm assigning the task how this number is generated. You can calculate yourself. You can use the calculator, no problem. Okay. So how this is generated? I gave the concept how you can calculate. Once again, I'm giving the hints, Karthik. How many bit boxes you have in case of the 4 bytes?
4 bytes.
8 into 4. That is total. You have 32 bits. Yes or no? You have total 32 bit boxes. Okay. Now here two cases you have, unsigned int and signed int. Now you understand the concept. In case of unsigned int, you have all 32 bit boxes for storing the data. But in case of signed int, you have only 31 boxes for storing the data. The last one is left for storing the sign. It is clear now. Same concept is there is not, Karthik. Same concept is not, which I explained. Okay. Now accordingly, size is same 4 byte, but here range is changed, Karthik. Understand? So again, you have to calculate how it is happening. Okay, using calculator, if you have a small digital concept, then you can calculate it one. Otherwise, in some later day, means if you have doubt, I will convince that one. Don't worry. But remember, this is the C++ class, guys. This is not a what a digital organization class. So okay, so you have the same concept. Now coming on here, sort, as I told you, is if you use the sort modifier before the basic data type, it reduces the size of that data type. Means from the 4 byte, what is the size now? 2 bytes. And same concept is applied here. In case of 2 bytes sort int, why this is the range minus 32 768 to 32767. You have to calculate again. It is the assignment for you, Karthik. Got my point?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do. If you understand which I explained on the notepad, you can do yourself. Okay, but you must do. Otherwise, in the future, you have to totally confusion. As a good programmer, miss this concept must be clarified. Okay, but now you tell me again. See here, Karthik. In case of the sort int, we have the two things. We have the unsigned. We have the signed. So see here means. But see here, size is not changed. But what nature is changed here? In case of the signed, unsigned sort int, what happens? 0 to 65,535. But in case of signed sort int, we have this range. But remember, size is same. Why size is the 2 bytes, Karthik? 2 byte, 2 byte, 2 byte. Why? Because here is sort modifier before the int data type. Got my point?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You need to work hard on this. Okay. So don't worry. So now coming on the long. So if you use the long, what happens? Means its size is increased from the 4 bytes. How much size you observe here, Karthik? It is 8 bytes. And again, same concept is applied for the signed, unsigned. You can use also here those two, means signed long int and unsigned long int. And same concept is applied. In case of the signed long int, what size is the same? But what is the range? Range is this one, just above 1. But in case of unsigned long int, size is the same, but range is starting from 0 and up to this one, because we don't have any negative number here. Understand, Karthik? So yeah. Karthik, you see here, if you have confusion, stop this one. Just first focus on the 1 byte and get all the concept. If you have good, then take the concept for the int. If that concept is clear, then jump on the 8 byte. Understand? Understand yeah. My point? Okay. Okay, one by one, just jump on it. Directly don't look on all each and everything. You may be confused. Okay, so it is clear. Now we have also what means you can use the long 2 times. It is also valid. But see here means what is the concept here? Size is the change. Sorry. Size is the same, but here nature is changed. Means what? Behavior is changed here. Understand? So see for you, actually this is the advanced level concept below each one. So you can skip this one, but you must focus up to here, which I explained here. Okay, means you should fix the up to here signed long int. Okay, because means if you observe each and everything, means you may be confused. First, try to understand the first half. Okay, after this one, then jump on this one. Understand? So I hope you have the idea about the modifier. What is the modifier? What is the benefit of the modifier, and why we need to use the modifier? Am I right or wrong? Miss, not 100%, at least 50% concept you have about the modifier, Karthik.
Yes.
Yes or no? Okay. Yes. So once again, a basic data type is only one here in, but using the modifier, now you count and tell me, using such a modifier means how many data type you have now? In case of in, here I'm counting. First this one, second this one, third this one, fourth sort int, fifth unsigned sort int, sixth signed sort int, seventh long int, next one signed long int, next one unsigned long int, so many. So how many you are creating? So many data type, but basic data type is only one in. But using the modifier means you are generating different data types. It is clear, Karthik, now?
Yeah.
I will ask you the question because this is very important thing. Now look at about the float. For the float, what is the size for the float? 4 bytes. But here means we can't mention the range because this is related to what? Some decimal means decimal point means what? A bigger number. Point 0 what something. That's why it is not possible to mention the range here. That's why it is left here. Okay. But above int, that is related to what? Not without decimal number, means not dealing with the fractional number. That is simple integer. But our float and double, this is related to what? Decimal, fractional part. That's why here means it is not possible to term. Yes, it is possible, but generally means we can't remember that. But you only remember what is the size of the float? 4 bytes. What is the size of the double? 8 bytes. And second point, Kartik, you must not use the modifier signed and unsigned in float or and double. Remember these points. You must not use the modifier signed and unsigned in case of the float and double data type. You can only use such a modifier. Sorry.
Why is that?
This is the rule, because this is not related to normal integer. This is related to the fractional data. Okay, that's why in the fractional data or data type, you must not use the signed and unsigned concept. Got my point? But you can use the long. You can use the long. Here we have the long. If you use the long double, then what is the size? Again, 4 bytes is increased. Means 12 bytes it is available. Understand?
Yes.
Your doubt is clear now. What is that doubt? What is the solution? Why you can't use the signed and unsigned modifier in case of the float and double? What should be the proper answer? Give me in one line.
Because it's meant for an integer, right?
Because this is not normal data, not integer data. Only in case of integer data type you can use signed and unsigned. In case of
not used because it's only because they're meant for integer data.
Yes, okay. So in case of integer, only you can use signed unsigned. In case of fractional, you should never use such thing. Remember this one. This is the rule. Okay. And what is the reason? Already you know that point. But in the double, you can use the long. Understand? Remember. But you can't use the long float. Long float, it is invalid. But long double, it is a valid. So I hope, Miss, this table is cleared by you. Miss, at least 90% it is clear. And don't try to remember this range, but you know the technique how to calculate such range. That's why on the notepad I mentioned such things, Kartik. Understand? I mentioned such thing on the notepad. So according to that, you can calculate using the calculator, but don't try to remember this one. But you should know, means behavior is changed, and what is that behavior? Understand? So can I take the another what the topic? So till now, what I have covered means I discussed about, you tell me in the today's session what I discussed.
You covered white space in identifier.
Yes, one just one. First one, what is the identifier? Then what is the white space? Then what is the built-in? That is basic data type available in C++. Then we discussed the modifier, and what is the use of modifier? We can create different data type. Understand? This is the benefit. And I explained each and everything in the detail. So no doubt you have. Okay, fine. So okay, and what this table is important. Time to time, just observe this table. Okay. Next one, Kartik. Already means what? Yesterday also I explained this one. Now using a size of operator, in the yesterday I explained size of operator. So using the size of operator, and you can pass each and every data type which you have in this table. Okay. Understand? You can pass any data type. Unsigned char, signed char, int. Suppose I am taking some program. So it is better to understand for you. Just a minute. So I have. Where I have that one. Okay, so I'm searching for that, just a minute. Data types, I think this one. And yes, so here, see Kartik, now you tell me, size of, you are providing the char data type. So what you will get? Now you tell me. In the first case, yes, definitely 1 byte. Size of int, what you will get?
4.
4 byte, yes. Size of short int. Now what you should get?
2.
Yes, it is reduced. Size of long int, what you should get?
8.
8 byte. Size of float.
4.
Yes, etc. Now here, what I'm going to do means I'm changing here instead of this one. Control C. Now here, paste. Now instead of supplying int, now here, see here, I'm supplying signed int. Okay, Karthik. Now you tell me.
But
Again, Karthik. So in this way, you can experiment, Karthik. Okay, in this way you can experiment. So here I am supplying not signed but unsigned here. Unsigned here. Okay, unsigned int. Okay, so in this case, what you will get already you know, miss you can experiment. Okay, so again I'm taking one more example. Control V. Now here I'm taking what is that one means just a minute on the I'm taking means from this table choose any one. Means here suppose I'm taking unsigned sort int. So here I'm supplying unsigned sort int. Unsigned sort int. Okay, unsigned sort int. So definitely you will get different things, etc. Here I'm taking unsigned. What is the example? In the what another one? Suppose I'm taking what? Suppose I'm taking one more unsigned long int. No, I'm taking the last one, unsigned long int. I'm taking here si unsigned long, etc. Unsigned, what is there? Just what unsigned long int. Yes. Understand? So in this, you have the way technique. So from that table, just pick one and supply into the size of operator, and you will get that one. Now I'm going to execute this piece of code. So first I'm opening the code block. Now here, okay, fine. Now I'm executing. First build up the code. Now, okay, what is the problem? Unsigned. Okay, SI, yes, a spelling mistake, guys. So what is the spelling mistake here?
Yeah.
SIGN, a spelling mistake. Now it is right. Okay. So save, again save. It is saved. Now compile it one. Yes, no warning, no error. Now I'm going to execute the code. Now see the output. So you have the way, means you can experiment yourself. Okay, yes or no, using the size and also getting the benefit of the size of operator, Karthik. Using the size of operator, you can get all such things. For once again here, what is the size of, just a minute, try to compare from the table. What is the size of char? 1? It is okay. What is the, and see here, Karthik, actually I didn't change the message. Actually I should also change the message here. Yes or no? So it is waste of time. You can do yourself. Yes or no? Yeah. Here see out, miss, you can change the message, proper message. So here message is not a proper. Okay, so miss, it is waste of time if I am going to change the message. Or should I change the message, or you can do yourself, Karthik?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do yourself. So what is that one? Size of what? First one, size of char. Size of char, just a minute. Okay, but see here, it is confusing. Why it is confusing? Because I didn't change the message here, Karthik. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How many lines you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. So accounting the number of lines, you can calculate. First line number, size of char 1, it is okay. Size of int 4, it is okay. Size of assigned int, okay, third line number 4. Size of unsigned int, what is the size? 4, it is okay. Size of unsigned sort int, what is line number 5? What is line number 5? 4. Okay. Unsigned long. Now you tell me which line number? Which line number? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. It is okay. Size of sort int, what is that one? This one, etc. So I hope it is clear. Understand, Karthik? Okay.
Yeah.
So overall, Karthik, means you understand this which one, this table you understand in the very good manner. Okay. Not only remembering why it is happening, how it is calculated, you know the concept, and how you can check on the program using the size of operator. Also, you know that one. Am I right? Okay. So fine. Now, so you understood this one. And what is the next one? Now discussing about the type def declaration. So see here, Karthik, very simple this concept. Suppose in the previous slide, we have some complicated data type. For example, just want to take that table. Suppose here, unsigned long int. So it is what difficult to write this one. What as a good programmer means I can change the name of this lengthy one. Understand? Means I'm going to change this lengthy one, unsigned long int. Suppose I'm writing instead of this one, I'm using the Karthik. And next time, if you use Karthik num, then what should be the data type of the num variable? Actually, unsigned long. So using the type def, you can simply change the name. Okay. If you feel that is the very lengthy, so just using the type def, just change that name. Understand that one? Very simple one. Okay, now giving the example here, we can create a new name for an existing type using the type def. So what is the syntax? This is the type def keyword, and this is your type. What is the actual data type and the new name? For example, e.g. type def int feet. Okay, fine. So later feet distance. What happens here? What happens? So what is the data type of the distance? So you have the confusion. So let me open the notepad. Let me clarify that one. Okay. So if you have problem, don't hesitate, Karthik. Just ask me. Okay. So suppose, so I'm giving very simple one. Int now. Okay. First one. Now, just one. Now, what I'm using the type def int. Okay. This one. So here I'm giving, suppose I'm writing my name, DK. Now later DK and num. Now here what happens, Karthik? Means compiler doesn't know about the DK. Yes, but if already I mentioned on the top type def int and DK, means what happens wherever DK is available, compiler understand what is the actual data type. So actual data type should be what? Int. Understand? So what I'm going, just I'm changing the name. But you can ask, what is the benefit for this one, sir? Okay, yes, in this case, there is no benefit. But if I'm taking unsigned long int like this. Okay, so this is the lengthy one. Now here I'm using what? Simple DK. Okay, or I'm using your name. Okay, Karthik. Now next time what happens? Just miss, I won't use the unsigned long int. This is the lengthy one. I simply use Karthik, and here I'm giving the num2 or what n, simple n. Now what happens? So actually Karthik is not defined in the system C++ library. So but compiler understand that what is the data type of the n? What is data type of n? Yes, understand the concept, because already on the top I mentioned this one. So compiler understand, means in its history, in its dictionary, it is available. So wherever unsigned long int means what I gave the name, what name? Karthik. So whenever you use Karthik, means it is replaced by the actual one. Got this concept, Karthik? Now you tell me, what is the benefit for this in the single line?
Let's say we have methods are very long, you can use it to shorten it out.
Yes. If you have the simple one, no need of using such concept. Yes. But if you have the very lengthy one, complex one, then using the type def, you can change that now. Understand? Okay. Okay, fine. Next. So you understand this one? Next one, Karthik. So next one, second point, it is somewhat complicated. Enumerated data types. Okay. So first, let me give the example. Now you tell me. First, you tell me. Just a minute, Karthik. In case of the int num, in case of int num. Now you tell me, means which kind of data, means which types of, which number you can store in num. Yes. What is the answer? You can store 1, you can store 2, you can store 3, etc. Yes or no? Means in that range, etc. You can store also -8, -55, etc. etc. Okay, but in range, what is the range? Now you tell me. So you have to remember, Miss. Okay, so what is mentioned in that table? Not 255 here, because this is the int. This is not the char. Okay, it takes total 32 bits. So you have to remember that one. Okay, but now coming on the enumerated. Suppose let means we have the requirement. We have requirement. What is we have requirements? Some requirements we have, means that proper variable can store only data mentioned by me, which I want. Okay, means that is fixed. Understand? So in this case, then you have to use the enumerated concept. Using the enumerated concept, you have to assign which type of data you want. So you have to mention all such data within the curly brace. Okay, then you have to use normally. Okay, so just I hope you have some idea. Then let me take that one so you can understand better now. Now see here, means an enumerated data type declares an optional data type and a set of 0 or more identifiers that can be used as values of the type. Each enumerator is a constant whose type is the enumeration. So what is the syntax? You have to use the keyword enum and enum name. This is the keyword, but this is the name, and list of names, which type of a value you want, and here var list. So this is the syntax. Now look at the example, Karthik. So this is the example. Enum is the keyword, and what is the enumerated data type? I have the color, and in this data type, I am only mentioning 3 values: red, green, blue. Focus at this point, Karthik. Enum is the syntax. Sorry, it is the keyword. Okay. Color is the enumerated data type. Miss, suppose I'm going to generate the new data type. It is not the basic built-in data type. I'm going to generate the new data type. And means I'm giving the range. Means in the future, any variable of such data type will hold only such a value, either red or green or blue. No another value it can store. And C is what? Just that one. Okay, final data type. Now, actually not final data type, that is the what variable. Now here C equals value. I'm assigning the data value into the C. Okay. I hope Miss try to understand, Karthik. Miss 50% you get the concept or not?
Yeah.
Once again, try to compare to the previous one, built-in data type, and now in the previous all built-in data type, we have some range, we have the fixed, we can't change that one. But in some program, in some software, we need to assign some fixed value. Okay, only among this fixed value, means data should be assigned into the variable. So what means generally it is not possible. But if you create the own data type using the enumerated keyword, then you can do your job. So once again, just look at this one, Karthik. Okay. So enum, I'm making own data type color, and this is what the variable. And this variable can store either red or green or value, no another things it will take. So C equals value I'm assigning. I hope it is clear.
Yeah.
Karthik?
Yeah.
Have you any doubt? Just try to compare from the previous one. Once again, in the previous one, all are fixed. Okay, but in this concept, miss, we have the new requirement. So you can achieve only through the enumerated. Don't worry, miss, I will take in the future the programs for this one. But today, just focus on the concept. Yes. Now, what is the next one? Note. Now see here, by default, rate is assigned the means each and every things which you mentioned within the curly brace, each and every have the associated integer value starting from the 0. So red is assigned 0, green is related to 1, blue is related to 2, etc. Starting from the 0, 1, 2. Actually, that is rare used, but focus on this one. But if you want to change the default value, then you can mention like this one. Enum color red. So red is associated with which value? 0. But green is what? 5. Means you are manually changing the default value. In absent of the pan, what is the default value associated with green?
1.
1. But here you want to change. That's why you can, in this case, you can change that one. Understand? Understand, Karthik? Okay. So actually, this is real use, but in some project, this may be our requirement. Then using the enum keyword, I can do my job fulfilled. Okay. Next one, Karthik. Now, very simple thing. Basic types of the variables is already I discussed. Each variable in C++ has a specific type which determines the size and layout of the variable's memory. Okay. And the range of values that can be stored within that memory and the set of operations that can be applied to the variable. Very simple things. The name of a variable can be composed of letters, digits. Already same rule is which I discussed in the identifier, Karthik. As I told you, what is identifier? Identifier is the name of variable, name of a function, name of array, name of a string, etc. Okay. So the same rule is applied for naming the variable. Same rule is applied for naming the function, etc. So this is nothing is extra here. So C++ allow user what to define various other types of variables which we will cover. Already I okay. So see here we have in the future we have the pointer topic, we have array, we have reference, we have a structure, we have classes. So means what the same concept will be used. Nothing is special. Okay, once again, just that is repeated. Already I mentioned this one. What this is the what basic data type, built-in data type. You can say primitive data type, but can you generate a different data type? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. How you can generate? Using which topic?
Using the modifiers, right?
Yes, correct. How many modifier you have?
4.
Yes. Using modifier, what will be the changed?
The nature of the.
Is there change in the size? Is there change? Any change in the size?
It depends.
Depends. Yes, right. Excellent. It depends on the data type which you used. Yes, excellent. But especially range. Yes, especially range is changed. In all cases, range is changed. Got it on? Okay, it is clear. Okay, fine, excellent. Now, how to declare variable? This is already means what? How you can declare? Just mention int ij. So I have the 3 variable, and what is the data type for that variable? Each and every 3 ijk in. As I told you, if you have the same data type for each and every variable, you can mention all within the single line. Yes or no? Day after, just a day before yesterday, I mentioned that one. Yes. Now, second line, I have the 2 variables C and CH. Yes or no? Here, C and CH. What is the data type for each? Cat. Okay. What is the data type for both F and salary? Float. What is the data type for D? Double. Now see here, Karthik, one more question. I mean, why we should take different data type? This is the question. Understand?
Because we have different use cases.
Yes. Depending.
Use cases will come for different
yes.
Data.
Yes. Suppose you are counting a number of people in the hall. So in this case, Miss, which data type it is better to take?
Integer.
Don't tell only integer. You should tell unsigned int. Yes or no? Because counting something, it is always positive, Karthik. It will never be going to what negative minus. Okay, so it is better to take the unsigned int. Okay, now suppose you want to store your father's salary. So for the father's salary, storing father's salary, which data type it is suitable? Int is suitable. Float or double. Don't take double here. Float is fine. Float is fine. Now I'm giving one basic. Miss, already you you know the physics concept. We is giving example from the physics. Suppose I want to take what is the weight of electron? What is the weight of electron in kg? Now you tell me which type of data. So which data type you should use? Weight of an electron in kilogram. So very very small or not? Very small, point 0.0000000 something like. So such data you can't store in that floor. So for this, for handling such thing, you must use the double. So I hope you have the clear difference between float and double, Karthik. Yes. Normal salary, take the float. But such type of scientific data, you must use the double data type. I hope it is clear. Suppose, Miss, what I want to store the gender. So gender is what? Either male or female. Yes. So for the male or female, Miss M or F. Storing M or F, this is the character. So it is better to take the char data type. So I hope this
Boolean, would it be better to use Boolean?
Boolean case is different. Okay, don't involve the Boolean here. Okay. Okay, so better to take the char here. That is different concept. I will discuss later. Okay, first focus on it. So it is clear note about the int, char, float, and double, not generally, Karthik?
Yes.
Okay, so see here, once again, just remember for the Boolean, actually you have only two situations, either true or false, then char is not suitable. Then in that situation, you should take it is better to take the Boolean data type. Got it? Got it?
Yes.
In the short? Yes, okay, fine. Now, so it is what, how to initialize the variable, how to declare variable. In the previous slide, you know how to initialize the variable. So this is that one. So see here, we have two things: initialization, assignment. There is difference between initialization and assignment. Initialization is what, at the time of the declaring variable, you are assigning some data into that variable. So that is called initialization statement. Understand? Very simple. At the time of declaring the variable, means compiler, what does compiler do here? First, compiler will allocate the memory for your variable into RAM, as well as assigning the data into that variable. So why it is possible? Because you initialize the value at the declaration time. So this is what initialization statement. Understand? Suppose what I'm giving you some example on the notepad. Suppose here, Karthik, case one. Suppose I'm taking int num. Now you tell me, now later here num equals 5, 6. Now what happens? This is called initialize. This is not initialization. Why? This is called assignment statement. Assignment statement. Understand? Because first, what memory is allocated, later you assign the value. Okay, later, now case 2. What is this one here? Int num equals 6. Now this is called initialization statement. Initialization. So getting the difference between these two things means what happens? Compiler will allocate the memory for num, as well as it stores the data 6 into that. Means it is done at the compilation time. Understand? But above it is.
What's the difference? What's the difference in using?
Yes, see here in the case one, Karthik, what happens? Means first num is allocated in the RAM. Okay. But when second line program executes, then 6 is stored there. Got my point? Means 6 is stored later. That's why means you are assigning the data when you need. Okay. But in the second case, what at the time of declaring variable, you are assigning the data. So this is the case of what initialization means. This is called initialization statement, but this is called the assignment statement. Remember these two things. Sometimes it means what the interview question, what the difference between these two things. Got this point?
Yeah.
Once again, you have the confusion. So see here, once again, I'm giving what happens means garbage value is assigned. Garbage value is assigned here. Understand?
Yes.
Understand? That's why this is not the case of the initialization. But in initialization, what? By the operating system, But here, garbage value is not assigned by the operating system. Understand? So this is the difference. Understand?
Yeah.
What? Not garbage value by OS. Remember, this is the sufficient. Understand? Okay, fine.
Okay.
Next one. So important points. What for the definition about an initializer? Once again, Karthik, can I stop the session? I hope it is enough for both of us.
Yeah.
Okay, so stopping the session tomorrow. Miss, we will have class or not tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow, but not the day after.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So I'm stopping the session. Just prepare well, and Miss, I'm providing the link also. Miss, trying today also just within the half an hour. I'm providing the link for the yesterday's session and also as well as the today's session. Okay, okay, Karthik.
Okay.
Meeting you tomorrow.
Yeah,
okay,
thank you.
fine, fine.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have a good day.
welcome. Okay, welcome.